I am PFC Grover. Jordan's my first name. I'm stationed out at Camp Pendleton. I'm part of the United States Marine Corps.
A few months ago, I got a message from a teacher in Germantown, Ohio. I'd actually given a presentation there about a year and a half ago, and this teacher explained to me that one of the students that she knows had changed his entire life as a result of my presentation.
Tony comes into school, and he's coming to speak, and we're all going down there, me and my buddies, of course, joking around on our way there. We sit at the top of the bleachers, you know, like typical jackasses.
So when I come in to present, it's not uncommon for the Tonys of the presentation that I'm walking into to be there at the top of the bleachers, not paying attention. Maybe they have their phones on. A lot of times I call these students out and I let them know, you guys are acting the same way that I acted when I was in high school doing the same things. And I always said, I'll never be the person that's holding the microphone. And same with the 11 people that sat in the seats next to me that have all died and overdosed from drugs. Those were my friends. That's how we went into the presentation. We didn't think we needed to pay attention. We always told ourselves there's something different about the speaker than us. We'll never be like that person.
We're sitting there joking, Tony starts talking, and of course I'm not gonna pay attention because I'm high right at the moment. I'm just gonna chill up here with my boys, and Tony had said something about his good friend and how what they were doing went downhill so fast. And it hit me. I caught it out of my ear. I stopped and I started to listen. And the more I listened, I started looking around at my friends. Everything just started to hit me real fast. Next thing you know, I'm looking around at my buddies that are still laughing. This might be us. This might happen to us if we keep doing what we're doing. I just couldn't help but stay tuned into what he had to say.
And I get messages weekly from students, from adults, but when this teacher started talking about this young man, there was something different about his story. He was on drugs.
Being high, it literally became my life. It's all I wanted to do. It's all I felt right doing, and it's all I could do.
He was struggling in school, quit the sports that he was playing, but after hearing my presentation, he knew that he needed to change his life, and not only change his life, but to become a U.S. Marine.
I'm a 3531 motor transport operator. We drive the Humvees, highbacks, and up armored. We drive the 7 tons and troop carriers, helping support them with water, food, transportation, whatever they need.
And instantly, I was like, I've got to meet this kid. And she showed me a picture of him, and I was like, dude, I know this kid. Like, I took a picture and posted him on my Instagram. I totally remember it. It's on my Instagram. I remember taking a photo with this kid. The first thing that came to my mind was, I want to record his story on my podcast. I want to bring him down to the video studio to talk about his experience of my presentation and how it motivated him to change his life, so I could further that impact that was made in that presentation, but not on a distant level anymore, but on a personal level.
What he had said hit me, and it stuck with me every time I was doing something that, you know, I shouldn't be doing this. I'm better than this. Literally, yes, I think Tony did save my life.
Because I'm invested in what I'm doing. I'm invested in more than just the 60 minutes when I come in and speak. I spend hours direct messaging people. I'm working in communities long after I leave the presentation, and I wanted this young man to know that the choice that he made was not just going to change his life in that moment, but in 10 years when he looks back on his life, he's gonna see just how important that decision was for him to change his life.
Here I am, over a year later, and I'm 100% sober. Obviously, I made it. I'm part of the Marine Corps. I'm so proud to serve my country. I can't wait to see what opportunities come next, what more I can achieve, because I decided to leave that life behind me and pursue a new, better version of myself.
A lot of times, people ask me, do you really think that your speaking is making a difference? The fact of the matter is, not everybody's gonna hear my message. But the truth is, there are a lot of people just like Jordan that do hear my message. And unfortunately for the ones that were sitting around Jordan, or the one that passed away shortly after my presentation, we can't get everybody because maybe they're not paying attention, maybe they don't reach out for help. But the truth of the matter is, for those that are listening, the story that I tell and the messages that are in the story have the ability to change a person's life. And that's what this moment about is for me, is about really reinforcing that so he can just continue on the path that he's on and serving our country proudly.